Welcome to this week's video devotional. I've been thinking a lot lately about rain. We had a pretty wet day yesterday. It wasn't anything serious, just cold air, gray, cloudy skies, and plenty of rain. And I'll be honest, I am not a fan of days like that. Sure, they're great for books and coffee, both of which I enjoy quite a bit, but I don't enjoy the rain. I'd rather have sunny skies and nicer weather. I was driving to work on a rainy morning a few weeks ago thinking these kind of things, and I found myself convicted. See, here in America, we want the dry weather. We want the sunny skies, and rain is seen as an inconvenience. However, if we were living in Israel, we'd be celebrating the rain. We'd be rejoicing at its provision. We'd be thankful for the way it's blessing our crops and the fruitfulness it was going to bring. We would celebrate the rain. And I guess I find it a little bit concerning that people have learned in this day and age to celebrate dryness and dislike the rain. Because there's a definite spiritual parallel going on there. We don't generally care for the storms that come into our lives. We don't like the cold. We don't like the wind, we don't like the rain. We don't want anything to do with any of that. We want sun, we want happiness, we want comfortable dryness, and when the rain intrudes on our lives, we get frustrated. Maybe we even get a little bit frustrated with God. I don't understand this. Why is this happening? Why is everything dark and cold? Why is it rainy? I had plans, I had goals, I had things I wanted to do. Where's the sun? Where are my blessings? God, are you even here in the middle of all this? The fact of the matter is, God sends the rain that comes into our lives. I like to look at Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 22. Here we read, "Are there any among the vanities of the Gentiles," another translation reads that as idols of the nations, "that can cause rain? Or can the heavens give showers? Art not thou he, O Lord our God?" It's you who does it, Lord. "Therefore we will wait upon thee, for thou hast made all these things." God made the rain in your life. He made your storms. Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16 tells us that God created the smith that blows the coal in the fire, and he created the waster to destroy. We don't always get the sunshine and the dry weather. Sometimes we get the storms. God sent those storms, not to be cruel, but to help us grow. See, the blessings don't come without rain. We don't get fed without rain. We don't bear fruit without rain. We don't grow without rain. Hosea chapter 6, verses 1 through 3. Here the prophet writes, "Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth." We'll stop there. It sounds like Hosea is someone who has faced some storms, doesn't it? God has torn, and God has smitten. That's often the kind of things we complain about in the middle of our storms. We don't get it. We can't figure it out. The wind is blowing and the rain is driving down, and all we want to do is shake it off and go someplace warm and dry. But Hosea, in the verses we just read, calls for patience. After 2 days, he will raise us up, he writes. Maybe it's not 2 days in our case. Maybe it's 2 weeks. Maybe it's 20 weeks, maybe it's 20 years. But verse 3 is very clear. If we just hold on, if we just stand and endure and stay faithful until the end, if we follow on to know the Lord, we'll see that he comes to us as the rain. He's been right there in the storm the whole time, and he comes as the rain, bringing refreshment, bringing nourishment, bringing strength to our dry and weary souls. As much as we would like everything to be dry and sunny, there's a danger in that. If we never see rain, we dry up. We wither and die. There's no growth. there's no fruit. That's why God sends the rain into our lives. That's why we have to endure storms. Those are the times that we grow. When storms come into our life and we get upset with the cold and the rain and the misery, it's very easy to throw up our hands and try to protect ourselves from the rain. That's not the response that God is looking for from us. He comes as the rain, and yes, he tears and he strikes us, but he also heals us and bandages us up. Think of it as pruning. God is trying to cut away those things that are going to stunt our spiritual growth and encourage growth in other areas. We don't want to fight against that process. The pruning needs to happen, and the rain will help the right things grow. The storms aren't times to get frustrated with God. They're times to drink in his presence, to stretch our branches upward to him in praise, to sink our roots down deeply in him and his word so we can stand. God sends rain into our lives so we will stand and grow in him. Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 7 and 8. Here the prophet writes, "Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit." Friends, if we trust in the Lord at all times, even in our storms, we will stand. We will be like strong trees planted by the river. We will have deep roots, we will be fruitful, and no storm will move us. When the winds come and the rain falls, wait on the Lord. Trust him. If we follow on to know the Lord, if we ride out the storm to the end, we'll see that he has been right there with us, walking right alongside with us, working on us, pruning us, making us more like him. Don't quit in the middle of the process. Ride out the storm and use it to get closer to the Lord. He is the vine, we are the branches, and without him, we can do nothing. But with him, we will be strong and bear much fruit. And with that, I'm done. I hope this brief message has encouraged you. I wish you all a very safe and blessed Memorial Day weekend. God bless you all. I'll see you next time.